What is something that was once highly respected but is now a complete joke? Working in a school. Soon to be former teacher, this one absolutely rings true in my experience. I will have only been in it for 3 years. I have no idea how anyone in their right minds would make a career out of it considering the current state of education. My mom spent 40 years teaching elementary school. She said if her first 5 years had been like her last 5, she never would have stayed in the field. Dad was a public school teacher for 18 years in a major district. In the 90s he loved teaching. He was the kind of teacher who was strict, but kids picked up on his love for the game and gravitated to him. By 2007, when he left, he realized he couldn't be that kind of teacher. He was just strict. What happened? Large emphasis on standardized testing and budgeting degraded his freedom in the classroom. Budget cuts also dropped attendance and dean of discipline to him in addition to his classroom teaching. With so much work and a tight curriculum he needed to adhere to, he wasn't the fun, personable teacher. He was the burnout, counting the years left teacher. That was 2007. Now schools have all sorts of other things piled on to overwhelm them, probably in the same crumbling buildings running since the 80s because the cost of a new school is like 100 million. Wait till declining birth rates impact budgets. Teaching will fall to a niche profession. Ubisoft and Blizzard. I see a pattern in companies like this. Phase 1. Build up reputation at the cost of profits. Blizzard was famous for saying things like, "I know Christmas is coming up and we would make super short-term profits if we release now, but the game isn't done yet. We're delaying our release date another 6 months." They exchanged short-term profits for building reputation. Phase 2. After building up your reputation, sell the company to a bigger company for maximum profit. Now the bigger company has to make up for all that money they spent with quick cash. Phase 3. The bigger company cashes in the original company's reputation for profit. This is where we're at with Ubisoft and Blizzard. Why spend millions making a highly polished game when you can spend significantly less for a so-so game that customers will pay highly polished game prices for because that's what they've come to expect from you? Yes, they're losing the reputation they built up, but building and maintaining a high reputation is a high-cost, high-reward business model, which puts them on par money into profits out wise with so-so games making so-so profits. By cashing in their reputation, they can live the low-cost, high-profits dream until their reputation finally dries up. We used to respect people's privacy. More accurately, violating ordinary people's privacy used to be financially non-feasible. Spy networks, private investigators, industrial espionage, blackmail, all kinds of privacy violations, they always existed, but only to use on people who had something important or expensive to hide. Modern technology means that spying on someone costs pennies, so even if they have almost nothing of value, well, might as well hoover it up. Journalism. There's a reason we call it the media, and not the news. The goal is no longer to inform, but to entertain. It really is difficult to find a solution to the lack of real journalism. We got here because people would rather be entertained or enraged than informed. Correct. And I don't like the idea of state-run media because that's called propaganda. There's not really a good solution except hope people are better than they have proven to be. Privacy. I know you're allowed to film pretty much everything, everywhere, all the time, but do y'all really need to? I see more and more people walking around with body cams. Another reason I wear a mask out in public still. I want to add specifically children's privacy to this. It freaks me out when parents publicly post cute pictures and videos of their kids. Not only do they have no choice regarding their digital footprint at such a young age, there are so many pedophiles out there that aren't banned from social media and have access to, say, pictures of kids in bathing suits. Us regular folks will view it as innocent, but pedophiles can and will get off on that innocence. It's disgusting, and I hate that there are kids that have grown up in front of cameras. In addition to that, look at all the kids on TikTok learning incredibly suggestive dances because they're trending, and then posting them for the world to see. I'm no prude, but these kids are making themselves easy targets for groomers. There was a challenge a while back that was simply to film yourself getting in the bath with your clothes on. Unsurprisingly, it turned out that pedophiles were behind the whole thing, coercing children into what was basically the world's most horrific wet t-shirt contest. It went under parents' noses, which goes to show that you simply can't trust who your child is engaging with online. Not even on the pedophile side of things. Fame and virality have effects on both adults and children. Once given a taste of the spotlight, certain folks will do more and more to stay in it. What will children of family vloggers do for content, at the behest of their parents or not? How will it affect their self-esteem, even before puberty? The internet can be a wonderful place, but the amount of pedophilia and protection of pedophiles I've seen is staggering and frightening. I don't know what I'm going to do about internet restrictions when I have kids, because my parents tried to keep me safe and I easily found ways to put myself in a ton of danger without realizing I was doing so, as any young girl on 2013 Tumblr would. The day my friend sent me my 9 and 7-year-old niece's TikTok of them doing the WAP dance in short shorts and sports bra on a public account was the day I about ended my sister's mothering days. She didn't care about it. Yeah, I saw them filming it. She doesn't have hardly any followers, it's fine. No, the fuck it is not. I don't use TikTok, so I admittedly don't much, but I know you can view someone's TikToks on a public account without following them, and the ability to screen record it or download it, and potentially spread it to other pedophiles to avoid upping the views makes it impossible to know what kind of audience the video has. Luckily, once I pointed this out to their dad, he had a real, oh shit, moment, and deleted it, and the account. It's been 2 years and they have one now, but their dad monitors it heavily, and it's private. I still don't like it because they learned the dance from somewhere, you know, but it's better than nothing, I guess. TikTok is one of the most vile things that's happened to the internet. There's little to no monitoring what is posted, it's destroyed attention spans, it's sexualizing children, it's killing children and people with their stupid fucking challenges, it's spreading misinformation, and a million other things, but the general public doesn't think about this or don't give a shit, and it's horrible. I've said this kind of stuff before and I've had people say, well, it is their fault or their parents' fault for letting them watch it. And yeah, you're not wrong. Parents not knowing or caring about what their kids do is far from novel. But that doesn't make TikTok any less disgusting. It just makes the parents equally disgusting or goes to show how low the level of technological literacy really is. Netflix. Supposed to end the high-cost cable, now it's essentially just a channel you subscribe to. I blame all the studios pulling their shows to instead put them on their own crappy streaming service. Making $20 an hour at your job. I remember thinking when I was younger, I'd be happy if I made $40K a year. I make a lot more than that, and am only just getting by. For my wife to be a stay-at-home mom like both of us want, I would have to make almost $40 an hour. Treating people the same way you'd want to be treated. People are too comfortable disrespecting you without any consequences. I mean, people are always doing this, and now it's getting recorded for the whole world to see. The Academy Awards. I used to stay up late to watch the end and was so invested in the outcome. For the past few years I haven't seen a single one of the nominated movies and feel so meh about the whole thing. I think the Academy Awards and the Grammys are in the same boat. People have woken up to the fact that the awards are rigged, and who wants to watch that? It's a shame, really. It's a private party for celebrities to praise each other. We are not invited. The royal family. The royal family haven't been respected in decades. The Queen was respected, but not the rest. There is more than one royal family in the world. The concept of it actually seems to become less respected in many countries over time, which is no wonder. Especially because scandals cannot be covered up nowadays and many people realize that the nobles do not represent a higher ideal, but are just as flawed as the rest of the world, only with a bit more jewels and palaces. The profession of lawyer. Sauce, I'm a lawyer. The fact people's freedom and justice is directly related with how much you can afford probably doesn't help. I second this. Source, just took the bar exam in my jurisdiction. Even prospective lawyers were making lawyer jokes. It's a real shame. There are plenty of professions that are more or less hated until you need them, but I think lawyers have it the worst. I've been one for over 40 years. It's because the law and justice are not synonyms and people are bitter about it. Journalism. They were once defenders of the common man, seekers of truth and justice. Now they write bullshit about whatever is trending on fucking Twitter and whatever propaganda the corporate overlords want them to push. Facts. Facts like the earth is round and birds are real and not government drones just seem to fall by the wayside. Someone says something untrue, You cite facts and studies to refute them, and the answer is invariably, "I don't believe it." Fake news. For the record, the "birds aren't real" thing is an insincere satire campaign. Its intention is to make fun of all of those other conspiracy theories, particularly Flat Earth. What are you talking about? Birds aren't real? That's why we went into COVID lockdown. So they can replace the batteries in the birds. Hats, cloaks, and capes. Hoping for that comeback. Ability to drink drive. In the 80s it was like, you got home when you were that sloshed legend, whereas now we recognize that drink drivers are wankers. What is something that was once highly respected but is now a complete joke? Leave a comment and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this one.